Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing on this fine, fine day? Here for the book writing stream. Isn't that great? I haven't done one of these in over a year. So, me writing this book should be interesting. Now, I know the last time I did a book writing stream, eh. I'm gonna try to show like what I've actually written now. Like last time when I did this, I didn't really show what I was writing. I was kind of just saying out whatever, and it wasn't as fun and as interactive as it could have been. So that's why today I'm gonna show it off a little. Um, but I mean, the primary reason why I wasn't showing it off is because, well, I didn't want to necessarily leak it because I plan to get this published. But I'm like, yeah, it's probably fine to leak a little. So I will end up showing a little bit of it. But yeah, I'm gonna describe the book right now. So it takes place in Philadelphia. I think it's 2005. I'm not actually I'm not actually sure now. Yes, it is Philadelphia 2005. And it starts off with two people, um, Peter and Wade. Wade's the main character of the story. And what I wanted to do with this story is, there's so many like high school books and high school movies, but they don't feel realistic. And with some of the decisions or some of the choices I've written into this one, you'd be like, that doesn't seem too realistic either. Like I had one character attack another character with a baseball bat. It's possible. It's possible, but I don't know. You can say what you can say about it. I mean, I took a lot of my inspiration for like a more realistic like high school book from like Euphoria and 13 Reasons Why. Uh, I say that's what did it. But yeah, and again, I'd have a donation down there for a car. It's only 500. I know again that barely covers much of a car at all, but I don't want to have like a huge price down there. I just wanted to have a lower one, so I got 500. I don't expect anyone to have you don't have to feel it again, no obligation. But I do put it down there. So, just because. So, yeah. I think we should get started. So, I'm going to cue up the classical music. And hopefully it isn't too loud in the stream. It should be significantly quieter than the just starting sound. But I hear it in this one headphone, so. Yeah, so we got a book to write. I guess I'll turn it down a little. Okay. Yeah, I turned it down a little bit just in case. If it is too loud, somebody let me know if you happen to pop in. But anyway, yes. So, my book. It is currently called The High School Sacrifice. That is a title that will possibly change. When that is, I have no idea. But it's just want you to know it is a possibility. So I'm gonna show off, and I'm gonna read the beginning, just a tad, just to let everyone know. I think I just adjusted the music and it was a little not too low. Okay. So I'm going to switch scenes here. Forgot I didn't have the right thing on. Okay, it should have the right thing open right now. Sweet. Okay. So I'm gonna try my best to I turn that music down even more. I turn it down even more. Come on. Yeah. I mean I know the music's just a bit too loud. I'm trying to do a few things with it. Okay. I think the music should be fine now. So yeah, I'm gonna read like the first little bit, probably not the entire first chapter, and then we'll go from there. But on the last night of summer, Monday, August 21st, 2005, in Philadelphia, two soon-to-be seniors in high school sat on the porch, watching the sun lower behind the trees. Both of them had a glass bottle of cold cola. Peter, I can't do all this again. Peter looked at Wade. Sorry. Yeah, I messed up the delivery there. Peter, I can't do all this again. Peter looked at Wade. I haven't fully recovered since Sage and I broke up. Sage wasn't anything special, and you know that. Wade nodded. She was also the most toxic and racist piece of shit in the world. The girl abused you for fun, Wade, Peter continued. We looked a bit uncomfortable. Yeah, Peter, but I kinda miss her. Please tell me you're kidding me, Wade. I'm certainly joking. I'd rather die than be with her again. Wade and Peter both laughed. Trust me, Peter. I know who she is and what she's done. But that's not what the problem is. The problem is I can't stand the fact that someone out there hates me. Wade, not everyone needs to like you. And you don't need everyone to either. You know what? You're right. I don't really want everyone to like me. I just feel like I need them to, if that makes any sense. Wade stood up and continued looking off in the distance. I guess so. I just hope you understand that not everyone is going to understand that. Yeah, I understand. That's just really unfortunate. Wade took a sip of his cola. Hey, wait, my mom texted me dinner's ready, so I gotta go. Alright, bye, Peter. See you in second period. Wade watched his best friend walk up the hill to his house and went inside himself to check MySpace. MySpace just came out the year prior, and almost everyone Wade knew used it. Huh. I got a friend request from a Sasha Robertson. Damn, according to the schedule she posted, she has the same lunch as me. After about 25 minutes of looking through her profile, Wade's mother came home with dinner. Hey, Wade, I got some Cheddar Die's Chicken Shack. Alright, Mom, I'll be right there. Wade looked out the window just before leaving his room and saw a man arguing with his wife. The man was in a scary fit of rage. He eventually stopped yelling after 2 minutes and got in his car and drove off. This reminded Wade of back when he was only 7 and his father snuck off and stole Wade's mother's car in the middle of the night, and he never came back. Wade wiped away a tear and went down the stairs. Then proceeded to get up and sat at the dinner table to eat. So wow, that is a tale so far, if I do say so myself. That for some reason it took me like 90 years to read, but yeah. So that is just chapter 1. That is just a taste. That's just a little bit of a taste of this book, and I think it's going well, but I don't know. I haven't written anything since February. And what I wrote in February wasn't actually like that much. So, there is that. So this song's a lot quieter than that last one. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But you better believe this classical music is gonna be some type of vibe. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay. So I'm gonna make a change here because apparently I've later in the story I've said this is just a one floor house, so I kind of got to get this stair thing out of here because there is no stairs in this book like at any other point. I just gotta really reread this. We looked out the window just before leaving his room and saw a man arguing with his wife. The man was in a scary fit of rage. He eventually stopped yelling after 2 minutes, then got in his car and drove off. This reminded Wade of back when he was only 7 and his father snuck off and stole Wade's mother's car in the middle of the night, and he never came back. Wade walked away, a tear, and went down the stairs. He then proceeded to get up and sat at the dinner table to eat. Also, I gotta get the word counter on. Where is that? I currently have 24,546 words. We wiped away a tear and went to the dinner table to join his mother. There's also like a small part of this story which yeah, it's only a small part. Maybe I could have made it longer, but Wade's sister Evelyn is sick. I forget what she's sick with. Laryngitis. So she's bedridden for like 5 chapters of this book, and I'm only at like 78 pages so far. So it, I don't know. It seems kind of my main issue with this book right now is I don't know if I should be writing anything new or if I should just be like extending what I already have there. If that makes any sense. Because I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of stuff I could insert. I don't know, but I feel like inserting stuff like it isn't necessarily gonna make anything better. And then like the opening of the first page might be slightly confusing because you don't really might not know who's talking to who. So maybe I reword that right now. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm gonna reword the opening of this. And I want to preface what's crazy here. Is I've been working on this since 2019. It is 2022 now. At least I believe it was 2019, right? Yeah, last I worked on this was February. And then before that, I didn't work on it since September 15th of 2021. And before that was August 25th. I mean, yeah, I don't know. The only time I really, truly worked on this a lot was May of last year. I did a lot of work in May of last year. I can see through where my edits are. Actually, this goes to... When does this go to? Say May 23rd of 2020 is the earliest what I'm saying now. And I'm saying May 20th of 2020. May 3rd, 2020. April 6th, 2020. I think it starts April 23rd. Oh, no, it doesn't. I guess from October 13th and then the 17th I stopped doing it, and then I don't pick it up again until April 22nd, 2020. Interesting. I thought I made a mistake, and now that music was too loud. But don't worry about it. This music stream is totally on the plan so far. I mean, I haven't done much of anything. I've talked about what I'm gonna do a little bit though, which I feel like that's an important step. You know, what am I gonna do? What am I doing? What's going on here? You know, all things you need to really have together. Am I right? Oh, Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies is coming up. Oh, an absolute banger that is. Okay, so I have that next part after like what I already read that looks fine, but I gotta change up the intro a little bit. So on the last night of the summer, Monday, August 21st, 2005 in Philadelphia, two soon-to-be high school seniors, two soon-to-be seniors in high school actually, that's how that's written, sat on the porch watching the sun lower behind the trees. Both of them had a glass of cold cola. So Peter, I can't do all this again. I closed the tab. Accidentally. That's fantastic. Just wanted to write wait continued. All right, I think I already made the beginning look a lot better. So I think that's good. I think we got something really good working for us right now. A lot of the characters in this book are based off people I know, and I think the motivation for me stopping to write it is because I just started feeling so detached from what this was supposed to be. Like Sage, I dated someone that is Sage's character. They have a different name, obviously. Everyone in this has a different name, but yeah. Like, can I find like for example, there's a lot of differences in here. Like Wade having a drug dealer. I don't Wade's based off of me, kinda, but kinda not. It's like I took everybody and I put them to the extreme. So I turned them up to like tenfold. That's basically what I did. That's what I wanted to do for this. Um, and again, don't know if this thing ever gets published, but I'd at least like to get to 100 pages, which technically, if you do back to back, it would be 50 pages. So I mean, if you truly think about it, it's probably not in the cards to happen. Yeah. So there's this guy Carl. He's given Wade Xanax to like help with his anxiety or whatever. Carl gets beat up with baseball bats by two girls, and they get revealed a little later on. So like waiting in the class, Sage introduces her new boyfriend. She has like 10 different ones in the story or whatever. I don't exactly know the precise number, but it is a pretty big precise number. Man, okay, I'm gonna turn it down a little. Yeah, it's a pretty big precise number. Let's roll on. Time went by. Eventually, class ended, and it's time to get us to second period. We was walking class and overheard Melanie talking to two other girls that he didn't recognize about a party at her house Friday night. Wade continued walking, but he walked past the class next to his period, and he saw Sasha, who he really liked. He started through the doorway for 10. He stared through the door for 10 seconds until Peter pulled Wade into their class. Peter, have you heard about Melanie's party? So there's this whole party with Melanie, which is again based off someone I know, but again it's a different name. See, I wrote this beginning part like 2020, so this has been like all set in stone for quite a while. I mentioned cold soup in here. You know, you gotta always mention those cold soups. I've been turning down that music so much, but I swear, you know, it just keeps getting increasingly louder. It just keeps like going up in volume. Like, oh, I keep turning it down more and more and more, but there's just nothing more I can do about it. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, Wade taking Xanax, you know, eventually he's gonna catch up with him. I mean, you know, he starts to go nuts like towards the end of the book is the idea. I mean, I already have the whole ending of it planned. Like, I think I might have mentioned earlier, like I got the whole ending planned, and like I know exactly what's gonna happen, but I just haven't done it. So that's something I gotta try to do. Is I gotta really do this whole thing. I mean, you know, go from there, see what happens. Now, I was able to skip around with the outline I had on the side, but now I can't do that because it's just gone. Okay, so Sasha asked Wade about going to Melanie's party and all that. I gotta find this party. Okay, I did find the party, great. Chapter 2 is the party. So chapter 1 was originally like 3 different chapters, which I thought was nuts. And that is also something I want to do, is I want to try to reduce the number of chapters. But chapter 2 is pretty much like, you know, set, and chapter 1's pretty much set, like, yeah. If there's this guy named Kevin that's friends with like Sasha, so it's Sasha, Danielle, Kevin. They're like a friend group of 3. Daniela and Sasha are based off people I know, and I believe Kevin was just like an original creation, but I'm not actually entirely sure now. I'm pretty sure Kevin was just a straight up fresh creation, and I just paired him with Danielle and Sasha, and I think he might be implied to be gay, but I'm not actually too sure. This was again based in 2005, so I don't think it ever would have come straight out because you didn't know who you could trust in 2005. The times have changed for the better since then. So let's see. I'm thinking my word count's gone because I just realized when I closed the tab accidentally, it went away. Maybe I'll extend, like, I got like an opening conversation here. Maybe I should go over that real quick. I'll just kind of set the scene though. Like the scene setting part, I could maybe extend in this first open conversation before Peter and Wade go in the house. I could maybe extend. I remember that I ended up rewriting the whole party scene at one point, which was interesting. Like I selected the whole thing, I copied it, I put it in another document, and then I like changed a bunch of stuff, and I just made it look entirely like different, and I really changed the scene, which I think was a good thing. But I don't exactly know what I'm talking about. I mean, at least I'm not a Wattpad writer. Like my my friend Sheena, who, oh my, but she has this one like atrocious story. I think it was like supposed to be some type of zombie thing. Ooh, I've done a zombie story before. You can check that out on YouTube. YouTube.com slash Zanzone or Productions or whatever. Anyway, let me actually read this. Chapter 2. It was 5:30 p.m. Wade was outside of Melanie's house, which was absolutely huge. He was waiting for Peter to show up before he went inside. After a good 20 people walked past, after a good 20 people walked past, oh god, after a good 20 people walked past Wade, so that seems a bit awkward. So maybe something should be done there. Don't exactly know. After a good 20 people walked past Wade, Peter finally showed up. So maybe I do a little bit. No, I don't know. Wait, how long have you been staying here? Peter asked. A good 15 minutes. Nothing special. Have you seen anyone familiar? Seen a few guys that I've seen before. Peter looked around. Well, I guess we should go in then, Wade. Yeah, I guess we should. I should add something there, because that just seems like it's something missing. If I highlight all that little bit right there, that is 85 words. And 85 words to set up, this big scene. It doesn't feel like I'm doing this scene justice. So if I'm going to be doing this scene justice, then I need to change that. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So like after a good 20 people walk past, Wade, Peter finally showed up. I'm going to nix that. And I'm going to continue that a little bit. Maybe I'll have Wade think to himself, just a bit. And then I'll have Peter show up. And also, I don't know how like the dialogue keeps like shifting to the right, throughout this whole story. So it just somehow it's in like the middle right now, and I don't even know. I don't even know how that happened. There's an indent button, and I really could have just used that, and then everything would have worked out fine, I'm sure. I'm like, nah. Let me just do it by hand, and let me just have it like merge and meet in the middle, for whatever stupid reason. I'm like, okay, fine. You do you. You do you. I've almost half an hour. I haven't done anything. That is what I call a genius. That's a little glimpse into my mind. Is I can be doing something for 30 minutes, but I don't end up doing anything. So. You could see a few familiar guys walking in. However, there was no sign of Sasha and her friends. Okay, so it was 5:30 p.m. Wade was outside of Melanie's house, which is absolutely huge. He was waiting for Peter to show up before he went inside. He could only see a few familiar guys walking in. However, there was no sign of Sasha and her friends anywhere. Oh. Pardon me. So that's all I'm listening to 16 minutes. I've been like, oh, this has been on for quite a while. Skip to the next one. Uh, how long you been? So I do. Wait, how long you been standing here, Peter asked. Another interesting part of this is, like trying to pick up on the lingo is the right word, but it's not the word I wanted to use. But of like the early 2000s, so you throw your cool beans in there, you throw your chillax in there, and you really see what sticks. I mean, it's crazy being like I was born in that time, and I'm 20 now, and I can already see how much life has changed, and like how nothing is just the same. You can't touch the 2000s. I'm sorry, everything ain't like 2010s and afterwards. Everything is just sucks. I'm sorry. I mean, like music sucks. Everything sucks. I'm sure there's some good things going on out there, but I mean, come on. I tell you, this classical music was a great choice. I don't know how well it can be heard because of how low I had it, and some songs can be heard really well and some can't. So we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. What? So how many words is this going to be now? Now it's 100 words exactly. Okay. So I just made another set of changes right there because I figured, well, I could do that. So it was 5:30 p.m. Wade was outside of Melanie's house, which was absolutely huge. He was waiting for Peter to show up before he went inside. He could only see a few familiar guys walking in. He was hoping to see Sasha and her friends walking in, but there's no sign of them anywhere. Hey, Wade. Finally, you're here, Wade exclaimed. How long have you been standing here? Peter asked. Good 15 minutes, nothing special. Have you seen anyone familiar? I've seen a few guys that I've seen before. Peter looked around. I guess we should go in then, Wade. Yeah, I guess we should. So then they finally go in. Peter and Wade walked in Millie's house for her party, and there were already 60 people there. Most of them were people Wade and Peter have never seen before. Who are you two? An unfamiliar voice asked. Wade and Peter were startled and didn't know what to say. My name is Peter and he's Wade. What's your name? It's Taylor. Oh, hey, Wade said. Hey, Taylor replied. Taylor walked away and started chatting with someone who looked like it could be her twin. Peter, thanks for saying my name. Yeah, anytime, they both laughed. I think I like her. Are you still trying to date Sasha, though? We looked around. Oh, yeah, I am. I just think I should have options. So, they start to butt heads over this and whatnot because they're like, well, if you're already into Sasha, why can't I like Taylor? And, it's like... I feel like something Wade does is he, like, often puts, you know, uh, other people's feelings on the back burner. Like, for example, Peter. Uh, I mean, yeah, that seems to often happen. So, of course, in this party scene, it's revealed that Sasha already has a boyfriend. So that upsets Wade just a bit. However, things start to go in his way. Or things start to go his way, like later on in the book. But they don't stay that way. Because, as I know from my own personal experiences, nothing good usually lasts that long, for me. So you can expect some bad things to happen to my main man, my truest homie, Wade. So Wade's gonna go through a lot of rough patches here. As rough patches, like, just like me trying to go to Home Depot to get some purple paint. But, that will not happen. It's a rough patch, I tell you. It's trying to say I spelled axe wrong. But I'm going to add axe to my personal dictionary. Which I don't even know what's in this personal dictionary. I don't know where I can find this thing. But, the fact it doesn't know axe, like axe body spray. Because I don't know. Why did he need the axe again? Because he was nervously sweating after talking to Sasha. Oh, that's a thing before I found my... Well, I still do. I get nervously sweaty all the time. Just after, like... Any conversation that I, like want to be in. I guess that's not totally correct. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. If I, like, don't talk to somebody, but, like, I'm trying to push myself to talk to them, you know what I mean? It's such a hard, like, I don't know. It's complicated to talk about how I deal with mental health, but I'll try to sum it up as best I can here. Like, if I am pushing to talk to somebody, right? I'm, like, pushing myself to be able to talk to a person, and I'm just trying to push past this, like, physical barrier, right? Because that's what it is for me. It's a physical barrier. It doesn't come naturally because I have unchecked issues. You get a bit of that nervous sweat. Quite a lot of it, actually. That's why I'm glad I got a good deodorant, because I need it. I think I finally found it took me so long to find a good deodorant that worked, because I started using a deodorant at 12, all right? And sure, this might be like a TMI thing, but I don't really think it's that bad. It's sweat and it's deodorant, and that's all I'm talking about here. But I didn't find a good deodorant until I was like 17. So from like 12 to 17, I was using deodorants that didn't really work. So you take that for what you will. Oh, I love this song. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but it's by Mozart, so. I just hope I don't get like a copyright thing for this. But who knows? Yeah, we got some classical music in the background, and that is always nice. It's always nice to have a nice classical jam. I made a few modifications on this book. I think there's some decent ones. High school they go to Central High School. I think it's a real school. It is a real school. It's nuts that my fans are nuts right now because I'm just looking at Google Maps. This is Central High School 2017. So yeah, I just picked a high school in Philadelphia and I went with it. And you know, this library is massive, but this is 2017. So obviously there's technology's going to look a little different than like all of this stuff right here. This is nuts. Like they got a good budget. I think they only show this and then they show the outside. The outside is that. And it looks like a prison on the outside. What's around here? Maybe a pizza place. I don't know. But yeah, that's nuts. So yeah, that's the I have no idea what's blurred right there, by the way. Maybe that's actually skull, I don't know. But yeah, that's the high school it's based off of. I thought of it because of dialogue that I'm currently looking at where Peter says what school he goes to. This Alexis character is also based off someone I knew as well. Like, I think every character in this book, but like 3 to 5 people are based off people I know so far. So, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna touch extending anything else so far. Oh, there's this Peter scene, which is a very important scene, which I don't know if I should talk about right now. I'll say mention it. So Peter has his own trauma. You know, Wade is all this stuff with like a toxic ex, and you know his father stealing the family car and all that stuff. And then you look at Peter and you're like, well, what's Peter's issue? Well, Peter's dad committed suicide um, when he was a bit younger, so he has that issue to deal with, which that's it's not too good. Um, but then he also has the added fact that Peter is a victim of uh, being raped by a woman, which is a thing, and a lot of people don't like consider that, which I think is crazy, because he was drugged. He said, "Girl raped me, and then I was taken to the hospital. Apparently, something similar happened to my father in his mid-20s, and hearing what happened to me is why he committed suicide." So, I mean, yeah, it's a pretty dark part of the story, but again, life is a dark, dark, toxic thing. So, that's what you got to consider. Oh, I forgot I invented my own Uber called the Drift. But that wouldn't have existed at that in this point in time. So, or maybe it did. I don't know. I should put taxi. So, Sage's boyfriend Cletus gets thrown through the front window of the house because he's like beating up this other guy. So I think that's real interesting. Everything that says drift should say taxi, because I don't believe Uber existed back in 2005. I can look it up, but Man, this classical music slaps. So I'm gonna look up Uber and see when it came out. Uber was founded in 2009. So yeah. What a Lyft. Yes, I mean Lyft Company. What else would I mean? 2012. Yeah, you look up LYFT, and you know what else would you mean? Just saying. You couldn't possibly mean anything else. I mean, you know what? None of the other stuff is spelled like that. But you know, whatever. I don't know what that was. I think we're gonna move on to now we're gonna move on to current times. So there is a huge time jump, which I can't necessarily. I'm not sure what that is. It's like before Halloween or after Halloween or whatever, and there's like a big time jump. So I gotta read it from this paragraph on to understand what's happening right now, and then you know I can work towards getting it done. But we're only gonna do about 10 more minutes of the stream here. So yeah, that is interesting. So Wade and his sister have a conversation. So I gotta read this whole chapter. Fine. Figure what's going on here. This is a bit of a spoiler, actually. So maybe I'll just cut that part out, and I'll go from here. Wade hung up and put his phone on his bed. And he went to make some breakfast. He saw Evelyn in the kitchen getting some water. Yeah, Evelyn ends up being fine at this point in the story. But see, that's my problem with how the pacing of this story is because it doesn't feel like she's like sick for that long at all, even though it was for like a couple weeks. Hey kid, how's it going? Wade asked. Bad as always, I have a stupid test tomorrow. Ugh, tests. Well, I can't say my life's bad right now. Wade puts a bagel in the toaster. Teach me your ways, she replied. Well, I got a girlfriend. Oh, well, I'm not into people, so I guess I'll suffer. Alright, have fun with that. Evelyn went back to her room and Wade ate his bagel and played some games on his PS2. I saw at some point in the story, though, I called a PS2 something else, but I can't find where I said that. So if, you know, there's like a bit of a continuity error, yeah, that's what it is. I'd have to read all 78 pages, you know, just to figure out the issues with my story here. Now, a couple hours later, there's a knock on the door. Look through the window. Oh, well, this will actually spoil things anyway. So I won't continue with this. I'm just going to read this part of my head real quick. You just listen to the classical music. Okay, so I'm gonna digest a piece of dialogue here. I know I've been silent for like a minute and a half because I was reading that and trying not to give anything too much away right now because I'm like, well, I want to save a little bit in case this ever does get published. But so here's a line right here. Wade waved by and sat at the table, and Wade, you know, and then Wade's mother says, "You're dating her now?" "Yes, Mom. She was my homecoming date." "I just don't get why you date someone that almost kill you, but if it makes you happy, I see no problem." "That's what I said," Evelyn mentioned on her way in the room. Well, look, it's not my fault who I fall for. I mean, Evelyn, you're only in love with yourself. And Mom, your only love stole our car. Wade, you made your point, his mother said. I know I did. It's the 17th of November, Wade. Why you stand outside shirtless? Evelyn asked. I thought I heard someone, Wade exclaimed. What? What's happening there? Where did this piece of dialogue come from? Wait, you made points when I said, I know I did. Okay. And then it just jumps from there. I don't, what? It jumps to there too. It's the 17th of November, Wade. Why are you standing outside shirtless? Stephen asked. I thought I heard someone, Wade exclaimed. When did this happen? Why is there such a, like, where's this supposed to fit? And when was November 17th of 2005? Another great question. So that's a time jump, I guess. This was the 13th. Oh yeah, there's this whole dance before here. I don't even know what's happening right now. This story, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on anymore. You know, maybe I should just wrap it up. I guess we're getting a several day time jump. So I'm gonna start it off like this. It was, how many days would have that been? So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was 5 days after the school dance. Wade was still starstruck he was dating blank. Also felt really bad for Charlie. He was about to get dressed, but then he heard something outside. Yeah, I still don't know how to make sense of that part of that dialogue now, but you know, now I've added a few things that, you know, get the piece of the story going, to maybe get a few things hopping from here to there. I can't believe I was alive for an hour and I basically didn't do anything. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I wrote 3 sentences in an hour. What did I do? I don't know. I tried describing the book the best I could. Maybe I'll try to add on to this dialogue right here. Well, there's nobody out there. If there's nobody out there, we got to get on the bus in 15 minutes. All right. Sweet. Okay, we've now accomplished Funeral March is playing right now. Let's play a more happier song. Alright, well, that was a stream, alright. If I do say so myself. Oh man, book writing stream. I don't think I'm doing one of those again because I was so unsuccessful at doing much of anything. But again, I haven't done one since like March of last year or something. I put my hands by my ears like just because if I was losing my hearing, so I was gonna put my hand over it. If I put my hands right here, everything sounds different. That's weird. That's very weird. Yeah, but yeah, that was the writing stream. I'm probably not doing one of these again. Just for one, nobody came. Two, I wrote 6 sentences, so it is what it is. But yeah, next stream, I don't know when next stream is gonna be. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be off next, but next stream it is supposed to be like a non-gaming stream again, but I don't know if that's gonna actually happen. So we'll see. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna pause this classical music now. Thank you for watching. Uh, and I'll see you down the line. For again, next stream is supposed to be an IRL stream. Again, don't know if it's gonna be. Don't know what's gonna happen. But again, we will see. So I will see you then. I got anything interesting? Anything else interesting to say? I don't think so. So bye, everybody. Wah. Wah.